Well guys, it's Friday the 31st of March. It's 6:15. I'm down at Sawley Lock. Well, you just see there with the red light that the river is in flood. And this is always a telltale sign. This wash here is going like mental today. I'm just on the edge here of Derby Motorboat Club where I actually moor, so I've had to walk down. But just look at that wash. In the summer, this is not moving at all. Normally, there's just a trickle coming over, and you can see there, it's actually backing up. So let's have a quick walk down and have a look at the river and see how high it actually is. Just on my iPhone tonight, so I'm a bit shaky. Apologies. So we're coming across to the lock, and you can see the lock there is full. Not surprising. I wonder what it's like at the other side. Just have a walk down. You can see the lock keeper's cottage, and it's the 1st of April tomorrow, no joke, but the lock keepers start their voluntary work from tomorrow onwards. So if you're coming up or down Sawley Lock, you'll have the lock keepers to help you. So just walking down here to the edge of the lock, and you can see the river is pretty high. Let's see whether we can see the marker or not. You can see the railway bridge there and the footbridge in front of the railway bridge for those people who've been through this lock. Just having walked down to the edge so we can actually see the river in a bit more detail. So we can see there on the markers, both of them are well in red, which is what you'd expect because the river's in flood. And goodness me, look at it just the other side there. Look at the swells. I'll stop when I get to the end, and you'll see the force of the water. Don't think I'd want to be out on a boat today on this. Look here, these are the steps, and they're virtually covered. So yep, you can see the river at the back there. That's some serious flow on there. It's not what you'd want, so you can understand why they put the red light on. And it'll be the same down the Saw, because the Saw will be even worse. So I just thought I'd share that with you guys. Just a quick impromptu live broadcast. I'm under the railway bridge, so you can hear the echo. And we'll have a walk back up. Can you see the river the other side there? I'll just go across the locks and show you the force. That's Sawley Church in the background there. So just a useful tip, there's two locks here, one on the right and one on the left. They're both electric locks. If you're coming through on your own and there's no lock keeper on, and there's only a narrow boat, you are a narrow boat should I say, go into the left hand lock and go on the left hand side, and then fasten your boat up while you go and operate the electric lock. Because then when the water comes down, it's not going to have such a force and push you across the lock. Of course you could go on the right hand side if you're single-handed, so you could hold the rope, but that's just a tip. So you can see the backwash here. The backwash goes right down the fields there and comes out the bottom of Warren Lane over near the farm. Excuse me a minute. I'm ready for a drink. There's a pint with my name on it calling me, but I've said I'll have a walk across the lock, so let's go and do that. If anybody's watching this and they've been through Sawley Lock, let me know in the comments below. It's interesting to see how many people have actually been up here. So I'm coming across now, and I shall walk across the gates. It's now what, 6:20. so I've got plenty of time. So this is an electric lock, so you don't need your windlass, you just need your British Waterways key. It's funny how we still call it a British Waterways key. And you can see there the post, the stainless steel one, where you actually operate the locks from. So I'll walk across the other gate and we'll soon be able to look down the back of the locks. There's also a nice micro pub here, the Lock Keeper's Rest. Oh, please note we are now closed until further notice. Hopefully it'll open again during the summer, but we'll have to wait and see. So here we are. This is the River Trent, the magnificent Trent, the Trent that goes up through Newark, through Gainsborough, which I've shown so many times. And you can see there, well, look at these pontoons for a start. There's a ladder there. I don't think you need the ladder today to get onto this pontoon, do you? And there's a nice new pan there. Canal River Trust must be spending some money. An older pan there. I think you can see the flow of the river. What do you think? It's starting to rain again now, as it said it would. It's a good job there's a bank the other side, part of the flood defences. They raised that quite considerably all the way along and down on the water there as well. So I'll have a walk back across the gates and back up to the boat. All these moorings on the left hand side that you can see there, that's all part of Derby Motorboat Club. And right at the far end you can see our slipping shed, which is undercover. So when we come out once a year to black the boat, or to, if it's a cruiser, to anti-foul it, it's all undercover, so if it rains it doesn't matter. It's quite funny, whenever I see a video, I watched Slow Boat Through Britain the other day, and he came up here, he filmed the lock, he filmed coming out the lock, and the next minute he's through the flood lock the other side. There's very few people actually film these boats, and we more sort of halfway down, so it's very rare that we actually see our boat on any YouTube videos in its mooring. There we are. So I'm going to go back across here. Just going to slip the chain back on, walk across, and say forgive the shaking, it's on the iPhone, like most of my shorts are done anyway, when I'm actually walking. Don't want to drop my phone in the cut, not today. It is a bit slippy. And we're walking back up, so I'll walk up to the gate, do a quick pan round, and then I'll call it a day. But I hope you've enjoyed that. Just a quick look. 31st of March 2023, just before 6 o'clock in the evening, or even 7 o'clock in the evening. I do apologise. And the river in flood. Oh, there's a heron just down there underneath that tree. If you see it, just about to take off. It's a shame there isn't a kingfisher, but there we go. So I'll call it today, guys. Catch you soon. Every day's a bonus.